Paul Petersen, the Maricopa County assessor accused of running an illegal international adoption scheme, pleaded not guilty in a Utah court today.
That's one of 3 states where he's facing charges as part of the alleged scheme. Team 12's Bianca Bono traveled to Salt Lake City for his court hearing there today. But Bianca, the real sparks came after the hearing?
That's right. Petersen's lawyer had some strong words for a leader in the Mormon church who has criticized Petersen. His attorney firing back, saying all Petersen has done is make happy families.
Mr. Petersen did not break the law.
Paul Petersen's legal team maintaining that the suspended Maricopa County assessor is innocent.
Mr. Petersen had an adoption agency. It adopted according to the law.
Petersen facing a judge in Utah Friday morning on 11 felony charges, including sale of a child and human smuggling, after already appearing in court in both Arkansas and Arizona. He's accused of bringing pregnant Marshallese women to the United States to give their babies up for adoption. Families paying Petersen as much as $35,000.
Some in the Marshallese community have spoken out saying that some of the women were told they had no choice in the matter. How do you respond to those comments?
That they're false, and the evidence will show they're false. And what's going to happen is you're going to see that extreme support for Mr. Petersen in the Marshallese community.
Attorney Scott Williams going after comments made by a leader of the Mormon church. Many of the families who adopted babies through Petersen were LDS. And in an interview with the Arizona Republic, LDS apostle Ronald Rasband calling Petersen's alleged actions sickening.
For public officials or individuals such as Apostle Rasband to make strong comments and to vilify and attack Mr. Petersen are offensive.
Now, with 3 criminal cases looming large in 3 separate states, Williams hoping disparaging comments directed toward Petersen stop, because he says the families Petersen has worked with are paying the price.
Petersen spent 15 years making happy families. And frankly, the way it's being treated right now publicly is stigmatizing those happy families.
In court, Petersen's attorney did talk briefly about one of the properties Petersen owns here in Utah that the state wants to take control of for its investigation. It's a move his legal team is now fighting. Now, I asked his lawyer after court how it's been managing 3 cases across 3 separate states. He says it's been extremely challenging, calling it a 3-headed beast. We're in Salt Lake City. Bianca Bono, 12 News.
Thank you, Bianca. Remember, the best way to stay up to date on the Petersen case is to have the 12 News app right on your phone. You'll be able to find all of our coverage on the case in the app, which is available for free right now in your smartphone's app store. Utility